Hello and welcome to Outside Xbox. This is Show of the Week. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike. This week I joined the Rebel Alliance in Star Wars Battlefront. And then immediately changed my mind and joined the Empire. What? They've got walkers?
Everything's on Hoth at the moment. Isn't that new Tomb Raider set on Hoth?
That's Siberia. It's a different place.
Pretty sure it's Hoth, Mike. Let me just look it up.
Well?
Doesn't say.
Right, Andy, because beyond the freezing conditions, the two have very little in common, and Lara's far more likely to get mauled to death by an angry snow leopard than stepped on by a giant walking battle platform. Still, after the fight with a massive spider with a human face in Tomb Raider 3, anything is possible. What with Rise of the Tomb Raider coming out first on Xbox One, comparisons to PlayStation's own grave-rummaging adventure franchise Uncharted are inevitable. But while Nathan Drake's thing is staggering from scripted catastrophe to scripted catastrophe, after a similarly Hollywood opening, the bulk of Rise of the Tomb Raider takes place in open-world Siberia.
Go back, Jonah! Get to shelter!
This new Tomb Raider might not be as openly hostile as Freezing to Death simulator The Long Dark, but the environment feels similarly bleak. Lara's first job when she's literally dumped into the frozen wilderness is to build a shelter and avoid the patrolling enemy troops of shadowy organisation Trinity, all of whom are just begging for an ice axe lodged between the third and fourth vertebrae.
Set the charges!
Fortunately, everyone's favourite murderous grad student has dropped any pretense of not being a cold-hearted serial killer this time around. It's no wonder the bad guys are desperately searching for the mythical key to immortality with Lara on the loose. To better facilitate the, let's say, collateral damage element of being an archaeologist, the crafting system now has added depth so you can hack together improved weaponry and specialised arrows to more efficiently stalk enemies and wildlife, like when you straight up poison a bear. There's also far more in the way of stealth options, including climbable trees where you can plot your next move, and radios and bottles to briefly distract guards before you lodge yet another arrow in yet another skull.
You hear that? I'll go look.
Copy that.
The irony is, the actual raiding of tombs is mostly optional. Take this giant ship half hanging over a frozen waterfall, which is a puzzly challenge tomb. You can completely ignore it if you'd rather just get on with the serious business of throttling people to death with your makeshift longbow. There's even a bit of actual, honest-to-goodness, old-fashioned archaeology, with you learning new languages over the course of the game. Decipher written passages dotted around the world, and you'll discover the means to open up new areas and, presumably, brand new things to shoot in the throat. Ultimately, what we're saying is there's a lot more to do in Rise of the Tomb Raider's open-world sections than there was in the last game. And a lot more things to murder and ways in which to murder them, yes. Should have called it Rise of the Tomb Filler.
I can't believe you thought Tomb Raider was on Hoth.
I didn't. It was a test for Mike.
Uh-huh.
Look, I know loads about Tomb Raider, all right? I know everything there is to know about tombs and the raiding thereof.
All right, prove it then.
January.
Does that help?
No.
What's the poshest day? Same as the Queen's.
What's that?
I've no idea.
August the 3rd.
I mean, there's 365 days in a year, and
Yeah.
how many guesses?
January
do you
1st, January 2nd,
Right,
January 3rd,
stop.
January 4th.
It's February the 14th.
Oh, I was close.
No, you weren't.
I was like a month
Not
off.
even in the right month.
I was, ooh.
Does the hand close and just crush her and smash her to tiny pieces like an ant?
She lands on the hand,
Yep.
and then the hand crushes her.
Does it launch her up into the sky to where the Ark of the Covenant is?
Oh, she turns into a sand person. Should have. I mean, it was so obvious.
What? Has she been electrocuted by the hand? Oh, what? She's turning to stone. Oh, she turned to stone.
There we go.
Oh.
She actually turns to gold.
Oh.
You can't tell because of the early 90s textures.
Right.
So it's a Midas hand. She's in the Temple of Midas.
Oh, I
and
see.
The statue's been busted up.
Is it the last butler? And he's just this desiccated corpse because she trapped him in there years ago.
Big climbing wall to practice climbing on?
No.
A big rope to climb up?
No.
Crash mats?
No.
Big pile of crash mats?
All wrong.
Oh, it's a big hole. That's at the centre of the hedge maze.
Well,
Yeah, I might be thinking Tomb Raider 1 where there was a statue with like a bow and arrow.
do you remember the secret door inside the house?
It opens a secret door inside the house.
You never do that.
Man.
And inside is...
Big statue of Lara Croft.
It's her treasure room.
Oh, the
So it's
treasure
got-
room.
It's got piles of like gold and
Whoa.
screwed up money bin.
I have never seen
mummies.
this.
You've never
Ever
seen
in my
this?
life. No, this is new to me.
Is she a marquess?
Not a marquess.
Is she a duchess?
No, wrong. No points.
Countess?
Yes.
Yes.
1 point. Anything else? to add to
Countess of Wessex.
No.
Essex. Shropshire.
that? No. She's the 11th Countess of Abingdon.
Abingdon?
Is that a thing? I think it's...
Is that near Oxford? Before you even show me, is it somersault around shooting it with pistols? Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, I'm going to say he's immune to gunfire. So, are there some sort of switches you have to press?
Is he Zeus or something?
He's set.
Set. Right.
He's got, you know.
I think I learned that from a PlayStation Access video.
I saw you just collected an ankh. Do you have to put the ankh into something, and then it creates like a mystical Atlantean laser?
How do you kill a god?
Levers.
Levers. Do you drop a giant rock on his head or something?
I'm going to give you half point for pressing buttons. So you go around pulling a bunch of levers,
Yep.
and then eventually up through the magic trapdoor, and then
He's going to rue putting that magic trapdoor in, isn't he?
and then you just pop it closed, and that's it.
What? You shut a trapdoor and that kills a
Got like
god?
a magic ank on it.
Alright, well, I'm sure that makes it better.
All right, nil point.
Yes!
On the Tomb Raider quiz.
Dave.
Leroy Nerdlinger.
Dave Jockstrap.
When you can imagine Lara shouting,
Alex.
yes!
Yes! I got it.
Alex! Now it's time to see what's written in the comments and on Siberian monoliths in Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Definitely Russian. It looks like these markings point to a nearby location.
Maybe it's directions to Hoth.
It's not on Hoth.
First up, your comments on last week's show, in which we got stuck into the chaotic whirlwind of suplexes and balloons that is Metal Gear Online.
What happened? Are you still alive?
Yeah, suplex. Have some of that. Oh no! Oh, I've been shot. I'm asleep now. Wake up. Stay awake.
Oh my god,
Don't go
everyone's
towards the
suplexing
light.
everyone. Oh man, everyone is suplexed and or asleep.
By the book stickler Manuel Beck wants everyone to have a properly designated codename. Liquid Mike and Solid Andy, what's Jane's cool Konami name?
To which Sam's Motive replies, Plasma Jane, brah. While HMS Thunderchild suggests, Bose-Einstein Condensate Jane.
Nice, very sciencey. But I'm going with Stoical Snake suggestion, they say. The Phantom Jane.
Nailed it. We'll get you an eye patch.
Please leave your comments for other game-appropriate snacks in the comments.
Like this pain au raisin for the Phantom Pain.
Better suggestions than that, thanks.
Moving on to the subject of Mike's excruciating Phantom Pain au raisin pun, Mike G21 wisely ignores it altogether. When Mike ate that pastry, my mind immediately created the image of Ocelot saying, "Now go, eat the pastries you are meant to enjoy."
Now go!
You heard the man.
Moving on, here are the comments on this video about the new things you can do in Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Ammo types we've seen so far include EMP ammo for busting electronics and armor-piercing rounds for taking down robot targets. Try being a cyborg next time, loser.
John Baxter wasn't a fan of the old energy system. So you want to send out an explosive shockwave capable of taking out multiple enemies and vehicles with super damage, 1 energy point. Want to lightly punch a guy, also 1 energy point.
I don't know, that didn't look very light to me.
He'll be fine. Alex Barrett, meanwhile, is confused. That the same item that opens doors will now also feed your energy. I know it's different than the original game, but I can't help thinking about Adam stuffing an energy bar into a lock to try and get it to open.
Or like dumping an entire tub of protein powder over a computer console.
Speaking of Adam being a dummy, Flynn, none of your business, thinks that. The Icarus dash doesn't seem like the best way to find alternate routes, especially if you're going for stealth. I'm no expert, but turning into a giant golden glowing ball of lightning does not seem like the best way to sneak around.
To be fair, it probably is the last thing they're expecting. Finally, here are your comments on this video of Jane and me playing the Star Wars Battlefront beta as both heroic rebels and baddie Imperials.
Don't fall
Use
in
a
the
thermal
steam
detonator.
hole.
Oh
Hate
God,
these steam holes. RMGBTV feels my pain. They say I fell into a steam hole after the last summer sale. I've got so many cheap indie games, I don't know what to do with them all. That's why the rebels don't have walkers.
Too busy playing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
All right, I'm laying down my thingy. Oh, I've sort of pointed my turret at a rock.
Well, that rock
it's
won't
sort
be
of
doing
just-
anything.
Aeronauts is what I was going for with my turret deployment. He says incredibly strategic gun placement, Jane. You can never trust rocks. I am sure Solo would testify against anything large enough to hide a person behind or in.
So you were just being like Han Solo.
I'm often compared to Han Solo.
Don't get cocky.
Rebels everywhere.
Oh God, here they come, here they come. Oh. I got thermal detonated.
Tom Cartwright is outraged. He says, "This game is so unrealistic. Stormtroopers can actually hit their targets."
I mean, sometimes.
All right, I'm going to head back in. I'll catch you in a bit.
Oh, Andy, you nearly got me that time.
That's it for this week, but don't forget to hit the like button like it owes you money.
Go more video gaming.
Hit the like button like it's the vengeful father of the raid boss from the last expansion.
Better.
Hit it like it's the A button during a QuickTime event.
Nailed it. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
All right, lunch.
Oh, I've got to go to my orientation seminar for new recruits to the Galactic Empire.
Oh, what, so you're going to be out all afternoon?
Well, the schedule is arrive at 1, marksman training until 1:05, and then it's just being choked by Sith Lords for the rest of the afternoon.
Oh, fair enough.